I listened to the silence. And in that silence I heard something. And as soon as I'd listen and hear it, it was gone again, until I completely stopped and listened to the dead silence again, in a completely dark place. Oh, what are you doing here? I heard it, where is it? But again, once I thought I heard it, sure, it was gone again. This time I became very quiet and very silent and listened once again, and I heard it again. Oh, what are you doing in here? I'm here for the gold. I heard you. Come on now, show yourself. I'm here for the gold. Swinging my stick in the darkness. Nothing, not a thing. But all of a sudden, what appeared right in front of me, in the darkest hole in the world, but the little pot of gold right there in front of me. And the first thought I had was, how many pockets did I bring? How many pockets? Where could I be putting it? Well, all of a sudden, I was putting my hand down on it, and before I touched it at all, I felt the glow coming off of it like the heat coming off of a fire. And I warmed my hands with it, and I could feel it reflecting on my face. And I was thinking, all the gold in the world. And just before I put my hand on it to put it into my pocket and make my way out, didn't I say, wait, you won't be getting me. That's fool's gold, fairy's gold, I know well it is. I could take it now and take it with me. And out I go to the other side of the light. And once I saw it at the other side, what did it become but lumps of dirt, lumps of coal? Don't fool me, I'm looking for the real gold. Oh, I said. Well, sure enough, what appeared right on top of the pot of gold, it was the rainbow itself, came shining right down on it, every one of the colours. And I looked at the rainbow in the darkest place in the world, under the mountain. And you know, it was the first time I realised that when we see a rainbow, we only see half of it. Of course, it goes all the way around like everything else. I looked at it, and then the voice said to me, oh, if you want the real gold, you have to go through the rainbow. Well, I said, I'll try that if I'm going to get the real gold. Up I got, and I took a step into the red colour, and it was starting to I feel like jello. It was the hardest thing I ever walked in. And I took a step into the orange, and sure enough, the old emotions in me were going all over the place. I was scared to pieces and happy and sad all at once. And I said, I better get out of here quick and deal with those emotions. And I stepped into the yellow. And all of a sudden, my mind was working like a computer. So many thoughts, everybody's got their own indeed, your own mind to think what you want. And I stepped out of it into the green, and all of a sudden, what's that? It's a clock. It was a clock. My own clock inside me, ticking away. And I stepped out of that real quick because I knew there's not a lot of time. And I stepped into the blue. And the next time I stepped into the blue, I remember that this journey is about the soul. And I didn't came to this life with information I already knew that nobody taught me at school. And that information is the most valuable information we know. And I stepped into the purple. And when I stepped into the purple, I realised this journey isn't about this life at all, but about another. And we're only passing through. And I stepped into the indigo. And as soon as I stepped into the indigo, all the colours of the rainbow turned to a complete bright white light, shining down in the middle of me, right in the middle of it, and all the pot of gold was there, and I just put my hand around it, and I looked at it, and that white light, I just turned around, and I felt myself, and the sense within me, the thoughts of being able to breathe, and hear, and smell, and laugh, and cry. I said, I don't need your fool's gold. I don't need your fool's gold. Sure, I've already got the gold in myself. And the minute I said that, black as black can be, dark as dark can be. And I was left there cold and alone until I turned around looking into the darkness, and there I saw it again. I saw that little star twinkling, and I pointed my stick to it and made my way out. And away I went, out, further out of the mountain. And the light got bigger and brighter and bluer as I went out. And when I went out, I couldn't believe my eyes. I could have seen the colours. I've never seen them in my life. I saw the birds flying by, singing songs, and butterflies fluttering here and there. And there was a smell of life all around me. Well, I turned and put the rock back on the spot and sat down there and looked at the beautiful view. I was feeling like that I was worth more than all the gold in the world. And don't you forget it, you are too. Well, a few weeks passed and I had left that place, and there was a day I hadn't got a shilling in my pocket, and I was thinking, maybe just one of those gold coins, maybe just one wouldn't have gone wrong. And I said I'd go back to that place. And I went back, and up the side of the mountain I spiraled around and around, halfway up. And there I searched, looked up and down the area I was in, looking for that pile of stone. Nothing. I was getting rather frustrated until I turned around and looked out, and what did I see but the very view I saw when I came out of the mountain. And I sat down and I stopped for the moment, and I remembered that I'm worth more than all the gold in the world. And so are you.